You're probably refreshing OpenAI's blog every day waiting for GPT 5.5 to finally drop. Or maybe you've seen those wild headlines claiming it'll never forget anything or suddenly think in real time. So what's actually real and what's just noise? I spent the last 2 weeks digging through every leak, report, and rumor I could find, and what I found honestly surprised me. Most of what you've heard about GPT 5.5, pure speculation. But here's the twist. What is coming might actually be more interesting than the hype. Welcome back to Tube Trends AI, where we do the research so you don't have to. If you want to stay ahead in AI, join our channel News and Updates. Links in the description. News, tools, and learning resources all in one place. In this video, I'm separating confirmed facts from wild rumors. I'll show you what the leaked Garlic project really tells us about GPT 5.5, and I'll explain what this next model could actually mean for your workflow. By the end, you'll know what's real and what's just clickbait. But first, we need context, because you can't understand what's coming next without knowing exactly where we are right now. Let's talk about GPT 5.2, the current baseline. Before we dive into the GPT 5.5 mystery, let's ground this in reality. GPT 5.2 is the current heavyweight, and when OpenAI announced it in late 2025, they didn't hold back. They called it their most capable model yet for professional knowledge work. And for once, that wasn't just marketing. Here's why GPT 5.2 actually matters. It's better at the things people use AI for every single day: spreadsheets, presentations, coding, image understanding, and here's the big one: context. GPT 5.2 can handle more context than anything before it. OpenAI says their heaviest users are saving over 10 hours every week. 10 hours. That's a full workday back, every single week. And the benchmarks back this up. GPT 5.2 set record scores in coding and math. It powers the new ChatGPT tools for spreadsheets and slides everyone's talking about. But here's the real kicker: a 400,000 token context window. That's roughly 300 pages of text at once. No losing track, no constant reminders. It's like reading an entire novel in one sitting and remembering every detail. That's our starting point. GPT 5.2 is already powerful, already saving massive time, already pushing the limits of what AI can do, which explains why the GPT 5.5 rumors started almost immediately. Now this is where things get murky. OpenAI hasn't officially announced GPT 5.5. No blog post, no press release, nothing. Everything we know comes from leaks, reports, and let's be honest, speculation. But not all leaks are equal. The most credible ones point to an internal OpenAI project with a codename, Garlic. According to multiple reports, OpenAI researchers have been quietly testing this next-generation model, and internally, it's reportedly outperforming competitors. Mark Chen, OpenAI's chief research officer, allegedly told colleagues that Garlic is beating Google's Gemini 3 and Anthropic's Opus 4.5 on coding and logic tasks. Here's the twist. Garlic is expected to ship as either GPT 5.2x or GPT 5.5 in early 2026. So what we're calling GPT 5.5, it might just be Garlic with a new name. Now let's slow down and separate what's credible from what's wishful thinking. First, coding and reasoning. This lines up across multiple sources. Garlic's biggest gains appear to be in software development and logical reasoning. Early internal benchmarks reportedly put it ahead of GPT 5.2 in coding and math. If that's true, and it's still an if, GPT 5.5 could be a real upgrade for developers. Imagine an AI pair programmer that's noticeably smarter than what you're using today. Second, efficiency. One report claims Garlic was trained on a much smaller dataset than GPT 4.5. That matters, because it suggests OpenAI is learning how to get more intelligence without throwing exponentially more data and compute at the problem. Same brain power, lower costs, faster responses. That's the holy grail of AI development. But here's where we need to slow down. Some of the rumors floating around are, honestly, way over the top. There's talk about dynamic inference pathways, real-time chain of thought reasoning, and this is where speculation really starts running wild. There are claims about a 512,000 token context window. Some articles are calling it the AI that never forgets, claiming it'll support multi-hour conversations with perfect memory of everything you've ever discussed. Let me be crystal clear here. None of that is confirmed. Zero. These are tech bloggers and enthusiasts letting their imaginations run wild. Could some of these features show up? Maybe. But right now, they're just educated guesses at best and pure fiction at worst. When could GPT 5.5 actually drop? Let's talk timing, because this is where the pressure on OpenAI becomes really apparent. According to industry reports, there's a race happening right now. Google just launched Gemini 3. Anthropic has Claude, pushing boundaries, and OpenAI is reportedly in what some are calling code red mode. The timeline that keeps appearing in these reports points to early 2026, Multiple sources cite the same window, Q1 2026 specifically. Sam Altman has apparently put ChatGPT development into overdrive, and Mark Chen's leaked comments suggest Garlic should arrive by early 2026. That's just months away, but here's the reality check. OpenAI hasn't confirmed any of this. Not the name, not the date, not even the existence of Garlic as a public F-facing model. There's even a possibility they might skip GPT 5.5 entirely and jump straight to calling the next model GPT-6. We've seen companies do stranger things with version numbers. So what's the smart bet? Based on the pattern of leaks and the competitive pressure, early 2026 seems plausible. But until OpenAI makes an official announcement, every date you see is just an educated guess. Treat all timelines as tentative. GPT 5.5 versus GPT 5.2, the real differences. All right, let's get into what everyone really wants to know. If GPT 5.5 drops, how will it actually be different from what we have now? Let's compare them across the dimensions that matter most. Starting with performance and reasoning, and this is where the Garlic leaks become really interesting. GPT 5.2 already set new benchmarks for coding and knowledge work. It's genuinely impressive. But if the leaked benchmarks are accurate, GPT 5.5 could push those numbers even higher, especially in complex logic puzzles, advanced math, and software development. Some rumors talk about the model being able to show its work in real time or catch its own errors mid-response. Now, that would be something, but again, speculation alert. These advanced reasoning features might not materialize at all. Speed and efficiency is the next big question mark. If OpenAI really did train Garlic on less data while maintaining or improving performance, that's huge. It could translate to faster response times and lower costs per query. GPT 5.2 is already pretty quick, but imagine getting the same quality answers in half the time. That's the kind of improvement that changes how you use AI in your daily workflow. Context length is interesting because GPT 5.2 already has that massive 400,000 token window. Some analysts think GPT 5.5 will push this even further. One industry commentator predicts longer context with better search integration. The wildest claims go up to 512,000 tokens. But let's be real, even if they don't hit that number, any increase means you can feed it more information at once. Entire code bases, full research papers, complete project histories, all processed without breaking them into chunks. Now, let's talk about the elephant in the room. Safety and alignment. GPT 5.2 launched with better guardrails than GPT-4. Fewer hallucinations, more honest responses. That was the promise. But here's what actually happened. Users immediately started finding problems. AI safety experts warned it still hallucinates. Gary Marcus, who's become the unofficial skeptic and chief of AI hype, called it overhyped and underwhelming. So what does all this mean for GPT 5.5? Let's start with safety, because this is where OpenAI knows all eyes are watching. OpenAI is clearly taking this seriously. They're running a new internal experiment where GPT models are asked to self-report when they think they're breaking rules. That's a real step forward. Not flashy, but important. That said, after the mixed reception of GPT-5, trust is still shaky. And because of that, GPT 5.5 is going to be under a microscope. Every response, every edge case, every failure, everyone wants it to be better. But this time, marketing won't cut it. The proof will be in real-world performance. Now let's talk about multimodality. GPT 5.2 already handles text and images well, with some audio mixed in. But here's what it didn't do. It didn't reinvent image generation, and it didn't ship with true video understanding. That disappointed some users. So what about GPT 5.5? Expectations are mixed. There's chatter about improved vision, better image understanding, stronger connections between text and visuals. But don't expect blockbuster features like video generation baked directly into GPT 5.5. If those arrive, they'll likely come as separate, specialized models. Which brings us to the bottom line. GPT 5.5 is shaping up to be an evolution, not a revolution. Think of it like a better engine, more refined, more efficient, not an entirely new vehicle. Expect stronger coding, sharper reasoning, possibly more context. But don't expect a magical fix for every AI limitation. Until we see it live, even these expectations are educated guesses. So, what does this actually mean for you? Let's get practical. Forget the jargon. Forget the benchmarks. How will GPT 5.5 change the way you work? If you already use AI for productivity and the rumors hold, the gains could be meaningful. Companies are already reporting that GPT 5.2 saves hours every week. If GPT 5.5 can handle more complex tasks with less hand-holding, that time savings could grow. Imagine feeding it an entire project at once. No chunking, no constant re-explaining. Imagine getting solid research answers without 5 follow-up prompts. That kind of improvement compounds fast. For developers, this could be huge. GPT 5.2 is already OpenAI's strongest coding model yet. Developers genuinely like using it. But if the garlic benchmarks are accurate, and that's still a big if, GPT 5.5 could feel like a smarter pair programmer. One that can handle larger code bases, debug complex logic, navigate big repositories without losing context. That lowers the barrier for non-coders too. More people building real tools, more automation, less friction. Creative professionals are in a different spot. Writers, designers, and creators already use GPTs for ideas and drafts. A smarter GPT 5.5 could mean better suggestions, fewer factual mistakes, stronger consistency across long projects, and if memory improvements actually land, still a big if, it could remember your preferences without constant reminders. But here's the honest truth. For everyday users, unless OpenAI also upgrades the interface, daily use might not feel dramatically different. You'll notice it's sharper, more coherent on complex topics, better at multi-step instructions. Revolutionary? Probably not for casual use. For AI enthusiasts and early adopters, though, you'll be testing GPT 5.5 the second it drops. That's just how this community works. Push the limits, find the cracks, test the claims. And after GPT-5's mixed reception, skepticism will be high. Every leak will be double-checked. Every claim tested against reality. And honestly, that's healthy, which brings us to expert opinion. OpenAI's official messaging still focuses on empowering professionals. Enterprise partners praise GPT-5.2's long-horizon reasoning and tool use. Companies like Notion and Databricks speak positively, but notice what's missing. Any official word on GPT 5.5? Radio silence. Meanwhile, competitive pressure is very real. After Google launched Gemini 3, reports say Sam Altman declared code red. Some see that as a warning sign. Others see it as urgency. The truth is probably somewhere in between. Skeptics like Gary Marcus have already warned that GPT-5 was overhyped. They point to familiar problems, hallucinations, logic errors, confident mistakes. So far, no one has taken a firm stance on GPT 5.5. It's simply too early. The mood right now? Cautious optimism. The message is simple: show us the receipts. And then there's the rumor machine. It's gone completely wild. Bloggers invent features. Headlines promise real-time reasoning. Reddit asks ChatGPT to predict its own future. It's fun to watch, but it's not evidence. We've been here before. GPT-5 hype was massive. Reality was solid, but not transformative. Expectations ran ahead of reality. Lesson learned. So let's land this. What do we actually know? Officially, almost nothing concrete about GPT 5.5. We know GPT 5.2 is powerful. We have credible rumors about the Garlic project. We have signs pointing to early 2026, and that's it. Everything else is speculation. My honest advice: stay curious, but grounded. Treat bold GPT 5.5 claims as guesses until OpenAI confirms them. Wait for real demos, real reviews, real hands-on testing, because AI moves fast, rumors move faster, and the only opinions that matter are from people who've actually used the model. We'll keep you updated when something real drops. Until then, keep using what we have, keep pushing it, and keep your skepticism sharp. Because if something sounds too good to be true, it usually is. Thanks for watching. If this helped you separate fact from fiction, hit like. Drop a comment with rumors you've seen, and subscribe so you don't miss the update when GPT 5.5 actually launches. See you in the next one.